Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over a coin called Tezos, but I have Bitcoin on chart here right now. And by the way, if you just sign here, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated, guys. Here's the deal with it. Still waiting for Bitcoin to make a move. It could be done with this correction that it did. That I think it's an ABC. So this is important for the rest of the market to be coming out of here. So I do believe that this is the Bitcoin bottom now. It's coming over to do a correction either here or back down to here to these areas, and then it's going to get out of there, guys. So remains to be seen. If you're waiting for 10K, you might be waiting for a long time for $10,000 Bitcoin, in my opinion. The other reason why the Bitcoin's probably done is because all the other assets are finishing a correction or have finished a correction too, such as Tezos right here. I'm going to go over this real quick. It's $1.63. 2.1%. It's up today. This, you want to pay attention to this right here, guys. That's infinity supply, unlimited supply here. So that's not good. That could be an issue with this coin. It has a lot of followers, almost almost half a million followers right there. And then in the markets, lots of it's all over the place. It's been around for a while. Tezos coin started by some guy from Morgan Stanley. So that's the, claim to fame. Anybody that's from some big company, they can throw the name in there and then everybody assumes that it's good. Doesn't mean that, but hey, sounds good, doesn't it? For Morgan Stanley, must be good. Oh, don't know about that. So far, it's not doing so hot compared to the other coins because from the period of 2018, right in this area, you couldn't have got a lot more price appreciation in some other coins besides Tezos, okay? So anyhow, somebody asked me to review this coin, go over it, and I think the correction is done there with Tezos, and probably it's done in wave 1, and it's done in wave 2, and it's off into another wave over here also. So you can see this is a leading diagonal that it made. It did a three-wave move over here for a correction down to this area, and just check it out, pull a retracement on this. Right now, I'm not gonna go with the wicks. I'm gonna leave the wick out. This is the top right here because it swung up. This is a corrective move, if you can believe that, guys. Corrective move went all the way 618, so that looks good. I would expect a 618 more than likely for a coin like this, how it's moving. But yeah, this is your typical. I was mentioning before how you have your impulse. Everybody's happy, comes back down, correction comes up on a corrective wave, and then boom, just like so, right there. And this is a good little sequence that it did. And if you come down here to the RSI, here's your more definitive proof. It took everything out. So this wave took everything out. So that means that this right here reset this whole cycle. It reset that whole cycle, and what's it ready to do? Go over here and boom, go out, go off into higher prices more than likely, guys. So correction finished. Okay. And by the way, that's an ABC. It's a three-wave move, and then it's a three-wave move, and then it's a funky five-wave move down with a leading diagonal in the first wave up and third, fourth, fifth. And you come out to the daily chart, just let you guys know. Very strange fourth wave, but it makes strange moves all over. You see, here's your third wave peak, fourth wave with your bullish divergence. So looks good. Here we are on the daily chart. End of its correction more than likely is right there. Okay, so came down, completed that wave, and then it's up in this wave. Okay, I don't think it's got another wave to complete. It wouldn't make sense to me. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense to me. I think it's done right there, guys. Pretty sure it's done right there with this impulse move. You can see how I mentioned before, you'll see the same similar type of pattern like it did over here, the big one. And look at this. Now it has a little version. Tezos did a little version of the leading diagonal of what it just recently did. It took it 3 or 4 years to make. Now you have the how long was this right here? Now you have the 54-day version of the same thing, basically. I checked out the length of it. What 1 is longer than 3, and 3 is longer than 5, and then the 4 is smaller than the 2, so it's all a legitimate diagonal. Did a correction, and probably check this. I haven't checked it, but I'll check it with the wicks at first. Yeah, 50% correction. That's good enough right down there. Check it without the wicks. Let's see. Where are we at? Check without the wick, more or less. Yeah, below 50%. It came to a good area though, that fourth wave area right there. Hit it right on the nose. That's where they like to correct to in those diagonals. If that's not done right there, then it's likely going to come down to this area here or here to 144 to $1.36. But let's check this wave out, see what's going on with that wave. And it's probably a flat because a lot of the cryptocurrencies, what they did, you can see it right here. You see 1, 2, 3, and this is probably a 3-wave move right there. More than likely. 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, ABC, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, let's check that out real quick and see what we got going on in this massive flat. 2.618, well beyond that. If it's that's it, it's definitely done with that move. Hold on for a sec. Let me take that wick out, guys. Take that wick out. Yeah, 2.618, you see? Right on the nose. And then you can see the fourth wave triangle right there. You see the triangle on the 12-hour chart? This little triangle, boom, 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 boom. That's a fourth wave. This was probably the fifth. So you had like a 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, and now it's probably done. It's done. And then you like that, you got your little green candles going off, shooting off. That beer looks a lot impulsive like that. See that? It's probably done, guys. It's probably going into a third wave. Now with Tezos, here's the thing. Let's go over the whole big picture. More likely it's done. It's going into another wave, in my opinion. Maybe that's an early warning shot for Bitcoin. Maybe Bitcoin is done. So looking at it today, it could be done. So it has a leading diagonal. It did a massive correction, pretty deep. And if I take it from that peak down to here, what was that drop? 85% from that peak. And from this peak, it is 87%. So decent drop. The likelihood of the correction being over with the RSI way down here, taking everything out, is very high, guys. I mean, no matter what the news media is telling you, it's very, very high that this correct. It's highly improbable if you think about it. It's highly improbable that it's going to go like this. It could, though. You can't rule it all the way up. There's your bearish on your X, 50% move on your X. And then this wave is going to need to be as big in time about as this wave. So something like that. Is it possible? It's possible, but is it probable? Probably not probable, but you can never rule it out. Keep that in the back of your mind just in case. So anyhow, Tezos is pretty straightforward. You know, like if it was me, your entries at $1.52 and then like $1.37, you can have a stop loss $1.37. And you know, here's your not financial advice. Of course, you know, 11% downside risk for potential, you know, let's just say 2x right there on something like this. Now, here's the thing I wanted to go over with Tezos, make you aware of. This is where the supply issue that it has right here would make this, for me, a less likely of a candidate. Can these things pump? Can Tezos go from this all the way up to here, do a 5, 6, 7x? Of course it can. Of course it can. But there's going to be other assets that are going to perform a lot better, in my opinion. Now, here's the good news about Tezos. Here's the potential. It has a leading diagonal here, and it has a leading diagonal there. If perhaps it does do, what I'm saying is that usually when you have a leading diagonal in any type of beginning wave, like say right here, like so, I'll show you for the news people that are new to the channel. You have a leading diagonal and a 1, and it corrects in a 2. You have the potential for an explosive third wave, okay? Because this first wave is kind of like in a transition area. That's what the diagonals, man. I made a video about that. These diagonals mean you're in a transition area. So what that means is the bulls and the bears are fighting it out in their diagonal right now. So you have this, like, here's a diagonal right here. The bulls and the bears are fighting. They're like, okay, are we going bullish? Are we going bearish? Bears want a bearish, bulls want a bullish, and there's a fight. And what happens from that transitory push-pull effect between the bulls and the bears, you get this, instead of a full-blown motive wave, you get a diagonal. That's where they come from. You get this diagonal type move. So now that you have that, now it does its correction, and then if it's a wave 1 diagonal, you have an explosive third wave because that's the bear's win, and boom, it goes like that. Okay. So with Tezos, what I'm saying is you have a diagonal here and a diagonal there. You do have a probability, okay, of an explosive wave over here. Okay. Not only with this third wave, you have a wave over here. You have this wave 1, 2, and you have this wave over here. Of course, I'm just giving you this as illustrative example right here, because this will be, as an example, this could be a wave 1 of that wave. And then you might have another in here, a wave 1, 2. This is 3, 4, 5, like so. Okay. Just as an illustrative example like that. All right. So you have the potential over here of landing on an explosive third wave over here. They could go from, say, $2.66 well beyond all-time highs of $10, $15 or more with Tezos. You have that potential. That could happen. However, I'm not too optimistic of it because of this. That's going to be a problem. All right, guys? If you made it all the way to the end of my video, I do appreciate you. Thank you very much. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.